Welcome to the third episode of the 19 Questions with series. Today we are at the Paplan Spa Ceylon. Spa Ceylon has become one of Sri Lanka's largest and most diversified ventures, bringing the goodness of Ayurveda both to the Sri Lankan community and into the international arena. So today we'll be interviewing Mr. Shalin Balasuriya, the co-founder of Spa Ceylon. Stay tuned. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, to kick off the 90 Questions with series, I would like to know a bit about Spa Ceylon. So, you guys launched in 2009, May 2009. So, could you tell us a bit about the backstory of how Spa Ceylon came about?
So, it was early 2000s, Shalanta, the co-founder, who was my brother and myself, were working in my mother's business, which is also a cosmetic brand called Janet, which is running to date. And we were looking at building a brand that had the legs to go internationally. So we were looking internationally as to the trends at that time, what things were working, what consumers were looking for. And we saw there was a huge move towards green products. So we looked back into the country then again and found this amazing resource of Ayurveda which had so many possibilities if presented right. So started conceptualizing how we could use Ayurveda to appeal to this very green market that is developing internationally, and we realized that if it presented well enough, that it had the potential to be an international brand, and that was the birth of Spa Ceylon.
Okay. So, Ayurveda has always been positioned as a very rustic, age-old tradition. So, what was the market's initial reaction to you taking that and transforming it into a very high-end luxury product?
See, that was the challenge. Number one, to do a high-end, because for the product to work internationally, we had to scale in Sri Lanka first, and that means we had to appeal to a high-end market with, number one, a locally made product, which is tough because the high-end market was not too keen on saying, hey, I use local products. And number two, taking Ayurveda that was looked at as very rustic and as a medicine and a little bit down market as well, and have these negative connotations of being smelly and very coarse and all that. So we had to take Ayurveda and make it sexy. So it was a challenge, but once we created the brand in a way that visually things were appealing, and then getting people to sample the products, and when they started interacting with the product, they realized the quality of the product, and then telling them that even though it's Ayurveda, it's still, the delivery is quite modern, but the goodness and the science remains Ayurveda. And those two factors together and the kind of branding we did really helped propel the brand and for people to connect with it as well.
Alright, so Spa Ceylon is currently operating across the world in 16 countries. So you're bringing the goodness of Ayurveda into the international community. So how do you feel about the growth of Spa Ceylon in the international arena?
It's been phenomenal. The initial growth was even faster than we expected. It's been a great response to the brand. We are predominantly in Asia now. We just started our European rollout. That being said, the next year is going to be a lot of new European countries coming on board. We're entering China next year as well, so a lot of big things happening. And in each market we go to, the response is very, very good. On top of that, we've already done the market research for Europe and the US, and the reception has been phenomenal. So we're quite happy with where it's going. That being said, we're constantly innovating. There are lots of new products coming out. There are a lot of line extensions coming out as well. So we're in bath, body, beauty, wellness, teas, music, clothing. So there's lots happening with Spa Ceylon, but kindly it's been very, very well received by our consumers.
Alright, So we've noticed that in all your products you have very different motifs and designs and it's very unique. So what's the inspiration behind this kind of packaging?
Oh, everything is art from our beautiful country. So if you look at all the different art, whether it's the ceilings or the packaging and all that, it's traditional art. And we get our in-house team to be inspired by traditional art and then start working beyond it. And we look at art in many forms, whether it's, we've just launched a range of skincare which has taken into the art forms of bureau lace and things like that and taken the flowers from that. Then we've looked at palace art, we've looked at different forms of art that are heritage to us and tweaked it a little bit and it's in our stores and the products and it helps us really stand out when we go international in particular.
Okay, so moving on to the would you rather section of questions. So would you rather make a difference or leave behind a legacy?
Or make a difference, sure. I think if you make a difference, you leave behind a legacy anyway.
Alright, so would you rather Spa Ceylon remain in the Ayurvedic industry or diversify into other industries?
Well, our core will always be Ayurveda. But that being said, lots of line extensions. Like I said, we've got music, we've got clothing and so on and so forth and a few new things to come as well. So our core will still be Ayurveda, but we are going in different directions.
Alright, so would you rather go hang gliding or whitewater rafting?
Tough one, but I'd say hang gliding, the views are better.
Okay, would you rather travel to a place that has good food or a place that has more experiences?
See, that's a really tough one because I'm a huge foodie. Anywhere before I travel, I'll do the research on the best restaurants where we eat, what we eat, so on, and go eat. That being said, you can get different cuisines from around the world in multiple places, but experiences, certain experiences have to happen in a particular country. So I think I'll travel for the experience.
Okay. So for the rapid fire questions, describe yourself in 3 words.
3 words. Driven, happy, positive.
Alright, what would be your ideal way to spend the weekend?
Friends and family, hanging out by a pool or a beach would be fantastic.
Alright, what job would you be really terrible at?
Like an accountant or a bookkeeper, that would be mind-numbingly boring for me.
Okay. What is something that you believe that others might not agree with?
Something I believe others might not agree with. This new form of new philosophy that when kids are in schools and so on and they play sport, that everyone should be given a trophy. I'm not into that. I think there need to be winners, there need to be losers. I think kids at that age even need to learn to strive towards something. They also need to learn to accept defeat and so on and so forth. So I think things like that are very important in molding someone and so we need to establish that at a younger age, but I know there's different thought process now.
You seem like an avid traveler, so which country would you love to travel to next?
Next, I haven't seen much of South America, so I'd love to go around South America and see some of those countries.
What's the best lesson you learned from your mother?
Be good to people. That's something she always said, no matter what we're doing, whether it's business or our personal lives, that we have to make sure that we are good to people.
What causes are you most passionate about?
Well, with causes, it's firstly people. I love causes that are around older people. This is Sri Lanka is aging rapidly. And unfortunately, we don't have a system that's good enough to look at our aging population. Old age homes and places like that, dire straits, not enough of them around, so that's something I'm very passionate about. The other one is, of course, children, education and development of children, whether they're empowered or orphaned and so on. And then environment as well, which is something we all need to be very mindful of. We've got a beautiful country, we need to protect it, we need to invest ourselves individually and with our brand and so on. Also.
Okay. What's your favorite Spa Ceylon product?
Tough one again, I would say the de-stress shower gel. Yeah, because after a long day that really helps unwind.
Okay. How do you feel about being under the 2018 A-list for Olympic?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, look, we do what we do because we're very passionate about it, and a recognition like that is always a nice pat on the back. I was very honored and I was possibly the youngest on the list, and to be on a list with those names itself was quite an honor.
Okay. What advice do you have when you're buying entrepreneurs?
Dream big, take those dreams and break it down into goals, and go out and start achieving those goals, and allow yourself to evolve as you do them.
Alright, so finally, what do you think is next for Spa Ceylon?
Well, next big thing, like I said, was the European expansion that's happening next year, and European expansion and China both are quite big, so excited for that. That being said, there's always new things with product that's coming out, concepts that are coming out, so I can't divulge what those are yet, but exciting things next year, like every year. So we're hoping for a lot of growth, also to do a little more in terms of promoting arts in Sri Lanka, in promoting wellness, and also promoting conservation as a brand.
Alright, then thank you so much for joining us today. That would be for the questions.
Thank you for having me.